Alright everyone, so I did it. I've been in the hotel 36 days, catching extreme cabin fever. I wanted to walk out, catch a train. As soon as I got here, I heard a train coming. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect timing. I wonder, are they going to stop and cover the crossing like I've been catching the last 2 or 3 times? Sound like they pulling pretty good. When you blow a crossing, it's 2 long, 1 short, 1 long, with the last long covering the entire crossing. So the engineer's supposed to blow all the way across the crossing. Let's see if he do it. Listen. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good e-test. So if I was a manager, I would put a successful pass in his e-test records. Hear the slap bunching up. You can hear the brakes clicking, the brakes applying. See the brake cylinders coming out. I cannot believe I have caught this again. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Man, I needed this. I literally just got here. And the conductor that was in the conductor's seat and that's getting down has an orange vest on. So that's another conductor that has less than 1 year of service. A lot of new employees. So a lot of people commented on the way I've been shooting the videos that I've been shooting. So for example, it is currently 15:10, Sunday, 8/20, 15:10. And let's say I was at home doing my thing and having a good peaceful Sunday afternoon. And at 13:10 I got called because you get a 2-hour call. So I get called, it would sound something like this. When you pick the phone up, this is the transportation calling system. I have information for employee 11111 CJ. If you're that employee, press 1. If that employee can come to the phone in 60 seconds, press 2. So I press 1. You're being called or notified to work. Train M94420 on duty A 640 Jacksonville, Florida. To accept this call, press 1. To speak to a crew dispatcher, press 2. Press 1. Okay, you have accepted to work train M94420 on duty A640 Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you and have a safe day. That's how you will get called to work when the Autobot called you, the transportation calling system. Sometimes the actual crew dispatcher will call you, but a lot of times the transportation calling system, the Autobot will call you, and you'll accept the call. And you see what was funny? It said to accept the call, press 1, and then it said to speak to a crew dispatcher, press 2. It don't give you the other option. I miss it. So keep in mind the train that I just called, it used to be a relief job in Jacksonville. I have no idea if they still call that train. I have no idea how you get called to work now, as I've been gone for years. But that's how you used to get called to work. And let's say I got called for that job, M94420. I already know it's a relief job, so I know we're going to go put out fires. So for example, let's say this crew left from point A, wherever it could be, and they made it all the way here to point B. But you see how the train pulled, covered the crossing, and the crew made it to here? Well, let's say they only have 10 minutes left to work. You can only work 12 hours on duty. You cannot work past 12 hours. So that's why the chief dispatchers and the DTOs, they monitor everything. They make sure that all the trains are moving. If they suspect that a train is not going to be able to make it, they would call a relief job, like a dog catcher, or like I just said, a relief job. And when you get called for that job, the Autobot called me, so I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna probably call the yard master, and I'm gonna say, yeah, this is the M94420. I just got called for 1510. What we gonna be doing? And they'll say, yeah, you're probably gonna be relieving Q609. They're coming in. They're not gonna have enough time to yard the train, put the engines away. So you'll be doing that. And for the most part, you wouldn't have to do anything else. But a lot of times, you might have to do other stuff as well, and then that where it can get kind of complicated, because a lot of the old heads will say, well, we need another ticket. So for example, we got paid by the jobs, by the moves that we did. So if we got called to pull this train in, we yarded it, took the engines to the shop, most people will want to go ahead and try to go put the ticket off so we can be done. Here we go. But it just all depends. It's a lot of variables. After we get done putting this train away, we could sit there and have to go to another yard and bring a cut of cars back. He released the brakes. Headlights on. Engine run, generator field switch up. I'm not going to include one other one that has to be up. And there's another switch that has to be in a certain position. I'm not going to include it. For the slack adjusting. So you put the reverse end forward, put it in notch 1, you'll see the load meter come across. I think a lot of times it will be 1,300 kilopounds That's like notch 1. Once you see it load up, just the independent brake, you'll start easing back coming off the independent brake. And you'll be looking down at the ground. When you start moving, you're looking down at the ground, using the ground as a reference. Listen to the engines, boy. See, he came off of it. He gave more throttle again. So what I suspect is when the engineer started moving the train, because of how good he started rolling along, he throttled down so there wouldn't be so much power or tension as the cars are stretching out. Because remember, I told you, those engines weigh a lot, plus there's a lot of tractive effort. So you can easily rip the train apart very easily, because the only thing holding it together is those knuckles. And those knuckles only weigh, it was 80, 85 pounds. So it's an 80, 85 pound piece of metal that's pulling this entire long train. So it's very easy to rip it apart, to break it. Somebody in my previous videos was asking me how do they secure the product to the center beam cars, and this is a perfect example. When they load the cars, and then there's a metal winch that comes across, and they have a tool or device that you tighten to strap the load down. You can smell the aroma of wood products. You know how when you go in Lowe's or Home Depot in the lumber section, there's that wood smell. It's a real strong aroma. Look at how much space it is between those two cars. Look, that's a high railer. Look. Look. Another surprise catch. This is why I love trains. Look. That's an engineering employee high railing. Look at that. Me being who I am and just brainstorming and thinking, I'm surprised that they let the crews pull in like this and stop, have the crossing block, and have the conductor get down and walk and go do something. I have no idea what they are doing, but I would imagine that they're going to go get some type of paperwork or some type of instructions. So if there are employees on duty here, like a utility man, a U-man, or a clerk, because when I hired out, they had clerks, and I remember they started doing buyouts, so I have no idea if they still have clerks. But being 2023, I'm surprised they just don't have the crew kind of slow down to a crawl and someone come bring the paperwork out to them, or they have some type of system where they really don't have to stop. It's just me brainstorming, thinking. See, this is a center beam car, empty. The example I gave with the loaded lumber, these are how they look empty. Not bunching up. This is why I love trains. Check out the loads coming up. You know how heavy these cars are here? Very heavy. Check it out. Like some type of pose, telephone pose, or some type of product that will be used for polling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 loads. That's beautiful. Go try to get a shot of this high railer. high rail out. Guess you got to get permission or authority from the dispatcher to continue high railing. So that's an absolute signal. All red, stop signal. While this train was coming by, there were two conventional units that pulled up here and stopped. So I wonder what they're gonna do. I see some movement in the conductor's seat. If not, if I don't see them, I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes. If not, thank you for all of your support. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you like this video, please share it. Like the video, and thank you so much. Till next time, let's catch not fish. You know what I'm about to say.